YouTube, what's going on? crazyNCman. Going to do another Airsoft video review brought to you by MilSpecAirsoft.com, the new world order in Airsoft stores. Going to continue on the old real sword train. A lot of you guys liked the video I did there on the Type 97B. And this one here, I've been wanting to get an AK for a while. But, you know, none of the ones on the market really floated my boat too much. Until I came across the old real sword Type 56. And just like the Type 97B, this gun straight out of the box is just absolutely awesome. Alright, real quick on the box. We don't want to dwell on the box and all that stuff, but as you can see, just like the Type 97B, the real sword Type 56 is packed in there. It is not going to get hurt. You got this foam lining. You got the inserts that hold it down. I know some of you guys are going to take these and make little guns out of them afterwards. Everything is held in place. The gun's wrapped in plastic. It's all oiled. You can almost smell. It smells just like a real one with all the oil on the steel and everything. Fantastic packaging means your Type 56 will arrive safe and sound. All right, now the package of the box. Not only is Real Sword building a fantastic gun, they package them safely, but they also give you a good selection of things with the gun. You get the Real Sword user manual here. It's actually a book, nice and thick. These are really good, has excellent detail, both English and Chinese. For the American audience over here, with the AEG, you get the poster, if you don't want to read the book on how to do it. This actually is really good too, very good quick reference on how everything breaks down. You get the quality control certificate. They've checked the gun inside and out, function. They've actually shot it, chronoed it. They tell you what BB they use, everything else, tell you the temperature, everything right here. Quality control check by Winnie. I'd like to meet Winnie over in Hong Kong. And then right here you got your Real Sword member registration. Like I showed you on the Type 97B, you got your Speedloader because it comes with a mid-cap magazine. It's a 150 round metal mid-cap, and this is the old-fashioned loader. It's also got the rod, which I can't get out of there right now. The little tube to push the BBs down in. You can also use that to put over a cleaning rod so you don't scratch the barrel. You got your rear sight base removal tool. I am definitely not going to get into that because I know it's a pain in the butt to get off. You get the little accessory toolkit. Comes with a few different tools and a cleaning rod tip. The cleaning rod tip's made to fit a regular real steel cleaning rod. That's why they give you the protective tube to put over it so you don't scratch the inside of the barrel with it. You get a adapter for the end of the barrel, which is really nice when they give you the thing to remove the orange tip and replace it so you can put whatever accessory you want on the end. And then of course you get the little oil can. There's nothing in it. But you will need a little gun oil to put on the surface of this gun to keep it from surface rusting. So you get the little oil can in the box, and obviously you get the beautiful Type 56 Real Sword AEG. All right, the Type 56. Like I said, you pull this out of the box, and baby, this is awesome. You're gonna want to go in the bathroom, lock the door, get some tissues. It's just that nice. These are as close as you can get to the real gun, by far, closer than any other AEG manufacturer. The wood, it's got a wood stock, wood pistol grip. The front handguard's all wood, and it's actually the same wood you're going to get on a real AK. This is not some cheap plywood. This is the real deal stuff right here. Same with the body. The body is the same width as a real AK or a real Type 56. You'll notice a lot of Airsoft AKs. It's kind of fat. You know, they're real close to the same thing, but this is exactly the same thing. And like I said, just like I said for the Type 97B, out of the box, this thing is absolutely just beautiful. Like I said, I've been wanting an AK series gun for a while. I was kind of choosy. I didn't want to get one with plastic and yada da, but I finally found the AK of my dreams right here. So now this thing is so close to the real thing. The real Type 56 is 880 millimeters long. This one is 880 millimeters long. The real Type 56 is 3.8 kilograms. This one is 3.5 kilograms. The rivets are in the real, exactly in the same spot the real one would be. The welds are in the same spot the real one would be. Like I said, the material that they use on the wood furniture is the same material that goes on the real one. The body is indeed stamped steel. It's not my trusty magnet. It is not a cast pot metal body. It is indeed all stamped steel. This outer barrel, everything's steel on this gun. See, I mean the whole thing. Everything's steel. There's no crappy ass pot metal anywhere on this gun. You can even tell when you put the magazine in this thing, it just sounds, I mean, it's beefy. It's not some cheesy magazine that clunks in and out. A lot of AEGs, AKs, this will be cast right here, and this will be the first piece that breaks, the magazine release on the trigger guard. This thing, stamped steel. Not going to crack on you because it's some crappy ass cast metal. This is the real deal, and I am in love with real sword, baby. Because this is just a great gun. This one has a little plastic bayonet. So, which is kind of cheesy. That's probably going to be the first thing that comes off this gun. I wouldn't run around the airsoft field with a plastic bayonet sticking out. But for me, I don't need it on there. You can buy an optional aluminum one. But personally, I'd either just leave it folded back or just take it off altogether, because I believe it just unscrews right off this. So if you don't like the little plastic bayonet, you don't want to feel bad running around on the airsoft field with a little plastic bayonet. It'll just unscrew right off, and then you're good to go. So personally, like I said, I'll probably leave it off. I really don't think I'd ever unfold it. It's kind of dorky. And then of course, firing it with this thing folded back, it's a little, it's not bad. You don't really notice it because you're on the thin part. But it is kind of in the way, so I believe that will just leave the gun real quick. Like I said, you can get an optional aluminum one if you want, which would probably be a little better than that in my opinion. But that's cool. The rear sling mount, I know it's solid where it's mounted into the buttstock here, but it's really kind of thin. I think it'll take some use and abuse, but I thought it was a little bit light in my opinion. The front sling mount up here is definitely a lot beefier. It's wrapped right around the outer barrel. It's a lot thicker material, so I don't think you have a problem with that. But the back one, I didn't really care for. That was the one thing on this gun I didn't like. I thought that was a little cheesy. Of course, you pull back the charging handle. The hop-up's underneath there. And it's one of the AK style where you slide it front to back to get it to adjust. You can tell even that, it's just a quality sounding unit. Same with the battery cover. This mechanism here seems to function a whole lot better than some of the AKs I've seen. And of course your fuse and stuff is right there. Stick battery goes up in here. You can see right here they're individually serial numbered. Like I said, the body, it's the real thickness. It's real stamped steel. You're not going to crack this body. And if you do, you can weld it right back up because it's actual steel. So, once again, totally impressed with the Real Sword. Not only the guns, but the company, what they've been doing for Airsoft. This here's like every AK. It's a little bit hard to get in there. This thing definitely, I noticed, like on a lot of, especially the cheap China clones, this thing doesn't move too well, doesn't function too well. This one snaps right back in place. It's just an awesome piece. The internals, you got a brass inner barrel. I meant to call Real Sword and ask them what the inside diameter was. I haven't been able to find anything online that I trusted. And I didn't want to just say what it was, something I read off a website, so I'll have to find out right from the manufacturer. The hop-up chamber is indeed, it's a plastic hop-up chamber. It is proprietary Real Sword stuff. Like I said in the Type 97 video, don't let that scare you because replacement parts are not that expensive for these, and they are available. And by proprietary, meaning the parts only fit on Real Sword guns. They won't interchange with other Airsoft guns. But like I said, don't let that deter you from buying one because there's plenty available. They're not that expensive. The gearbox is basically the same as a regular AEG gearbox, but they've had to change it a little to slim it down to fit inside this real steel size receiver. But basically it's the same. It's a metal gearbox housing. It does have heat-treated hardened steel gears, 7mm bearings. The quality is absolutely unbelievable. The air nozzle's got a nice beefy air nozzle setup in it. They do have the quick change springs. Like the Aries, rather than have to open up the entire gearbox, you can just take the back piece off right by the spring, and then the spring and spring guide comes out. You can replace it, slide it back in, screw it back together, change springs in one of these things in about 5 minutes. So that's nice. But like I said, hardened steel gears, steel gearbox, 7mm bearings. This is a great, fantastic gun. The performance of it is excellent straight out of the box. I know you won't be disappointed with this. If you've been looking for an AK type, right here it is. This is as real as it gets. Come pick one of these up, milspecairsoft.com. Also good friends over at airsoftcarolina.com and the Airsoft Carolina retail store. Real Sword, baby. We're stocking up like crazy because it is an awesome, awesome airsoft gun. I touched on this earlier in the review. Let's go ahead and finish it up. The Speedloader. Obviously, we're not going to carry these Speedloaders on the field. You know, this is used, you put this in your magazine, put your BBs in here, and then take a push rod and push it down. If you don't have one when you first get your gun, this'll do, of course. But of course, we're not going to carry this on the field. But the important part of it is this tube right here. This comes inside the Speedloader, and like I said, in the toolkit, you had the tip to clean the barrel. You had your front sight adjustment tool, which also has a Phillips head screwdriver on it, and then you get your little tip that'll go on the cleaning rod to push the BBs down. So I know you guys saying, where's the cleaning rod? Well, on the AK, like I said in the beginning, you're going to use the real cleaning rod, which is mounted right here in the gun. So you just pull it out. It's a little tricky. Oops. Do it down easier like this. There it is. You just pull the front down and then pull this out. There's your cleaning rod. This is threaded on the end. And then you can go ahead and thread it into your cleaning rod tip and clean your barrel. Now the reason I said this little tube's important is because this little tube, since this thing's all steel, and the barrel is just brass, you don't want to scratch it. So that's what that little plastic piece is for. So it's very important you save that, or you will scratch the hell out of your barrel. So you put that plastic sleeve on. Now you're not going to scratch your barrel when you're cleaning it. And then the little push rod, like I said, this goes on here, and this would be ridiculous if you loaded like this during anything, if you had to use this. That acts as a push rod to push your BBs down inside your magazine. So once you have this full of BBs, you'd have this full, then you just plunge them down with this thing. Like I said, the Speedloader, we all know that's kind of ridiculous unless you don't have one when you buy the gun. But the plastic sleeve, hang on to it. You know, you can find it, of course, anywhere. Probably some store will have plastic tubing. But hang on to it so you don't scratch your barrel while you're cleaning it. Like I said, you'll need it for the little BB push rod as well as the cleaning tip. The other cool thing is once you get your gun all clean, you got your tools all put away, just like the real Type 56. Just goes right in the buttstock. It's kind of funny. Yeah, your toolkit, just like the real one, slides right in there. Easy storage. Field doesn't rattle around too bad. Now you got everything with you. You got your tools, you got your cleaning rod. You're all set to go. So it's another cool feature of the Real Sword Type 56. Feet. Zoom in. I got some new silhouette targets, a little bit bigger. Let's see how they perform. Remember, these targets are real thick too, so a lot of people have been saying stuff about that. They're very, very thick. And full auto, 100 feet.